All right, hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Kelsey. This is
Lynette,
Liz,
and Nicole.
and we guys know that we wanted to come to you guys and bring our platform to y'all where we're going to be discussing a number of different topics. Our goal for this platform is to motivate fellow enterprising women, and we're going to do that by sharing our life experience, our business experience, and our beauty experience. And we hope to motivate you guys and help you improve your beauty, help you improve your finances, and help you improve your health. So just to give you a little bit of background, my name is Kelsey. I'm originally from New York. I am a wife of a 12-year-old daughter and a, I'm a mother of a 12-year-old daughter and I have a 12-year-old husband. No, he's grown. I previously was in the restaurant business, but me and my sister got together and opened up our beauty supply store, which is located in Orlando, Florida.
I'm Lynette, originally from Cleveland, Ohio. I've been here in Orlando for 13 years now. I'm a hairstylist. I've been a hairstylist for over 20 years. And I'm here to just share my knowledge throughout the years of being behind the chair, salon owner, and educator, to just give and share on things that you guys would love to know. So go ahead, Liz.
Well, I am also from Cleveland. We went to hair school together, Lynette and I. We've been on this journey called life for over 20 years. We have lots to share, stories to share, from our clients to our personal stories to the what to do's and not to do's in the beauty industry. Whether you're a stylist looking for a good atmosphere to build your clientele, or you're a client looking for an extension of hairstyles that you get from the salon. So we're here to cover all you need.
I'm Nicole. I am a mother of one. She's a 2-year-old. I used to be in the restaurant business, and I did that for well over 20 years and 10 years as a owner. And I left that field to go in and retire into the beauty supply business because I felt there was a need for representation when it came to ownership, because I found that as an African American woman, there weren't many spaces out there where you felt comfortable shopping in the location and that your dollar was going to go back into the community. So that's why I'm here, and that's why Gabby Beauty Supply is here, and that's why me and my sister are currently in business.
Yeah. You said it way better than I said it. So I want to tell you guys, I think it's important every year that you set goals for yourself. So we've set some goals for ourselves. So my 2020 goal is to think less and execute more. I tend to get a lot of different ideas in my head, and I don't always get all of them out into fruition. So is that a word? Mm-hmm. Okay. So my goal for 2020 is to take at least 3 of my ideas and follow them all the way through. So this was one of my ideas. I met Lynette, and I called her one day, and I called her the Topper Lady, but we'll talk about that later. And I actually was listening to one of my Live Orlando is a church, and I was listening to one of them, and the pastor, Ty Tribbett, said that you need to collaborate more in 2020. And I was just like, man, I just met this lady, I need to collaborate more. So that was one of the things that kind of sparked me to get this kind of rolling and get us doing this. Of course, I want to build my beauty brand and make sure that all the different goals that we set for Gabby Beauty definitely gets out there. We're starting our beauty line where we have our first wig line, so I'm making sure that we get all that stuff rolled out the way it's supposed to be. So that's my 2020 goal.
Yes.
After 5 journals of things that I want to do, goals, narrowing it down and bringing it in and centering it. Me and Liz, we co-own Flawless Lounge on Edgewater Drive in College Park. We're starting off small so that we can build our empire up. I think as women, we juggle a lot of things with our own personal goals, our business life, our family life, and just different ideas that come to us each and every day that we want to inspire other women and help other people while helping ourselves. Have a vision, you have to get it out of your head and write it down. So that's why I do have so many journals. But again, like Kelsey said, sometimes we have so many ideas and actually executing it becomes kind of
The challenge.
challenging
Yeah.
because we wear so many hats as women.
Ditto.
Yeah. What she said.
But piggybacking off what she said, definitely we've been in the industry for so long that we want to share our knowledge to not only stylists but also clients and just help people feel better about themselves. You know, I feel like if you look better, you feel better.
Right.
So my goal is to share that outside of my clientele. I think with the private studio, you get kind of like family and close, and even though we are educators and we expose ourselves, man, we've been talking about this YouTube channel for years.
Yep.
And
Stepping out.
you know, getting that team together and trusting that God aligned that team when you ask for it.
Yeah.
That's my goal, is trusting more and allowing, you know, my weaknesses. People bring in those strengths, and I can balance that out and take that weight off of me, so I can spend time away from my kids, and you know, all that. Financial freedom.
Financial freedom.
all that. So by doing
Overall goal.
by doing what we love and what we do already, and just sharing that, like people can really get an idea, like, wow, I could do this with my hair and be flawless. And I was thinking too hard. We tell our clients all the time, like, how do I keep it? Sleep. You know, like, don't stress it. We did the hard work.
Exactly.
But, you know, teaching that, so I'm good.
Yes.
Well, my 2020 goals are pretty simple. Goal number one is to take it one day at a time. And with time, making sure that I'm not wasting any time, because time is precious. We're not promised tomorrow at all. So using my time wisely, and to also focus on ensuring that all the streams of income that I want to expand upon in 2020 are actually expanding. Number one being Gabby's Beauty Supply. So that's my 2020 goal.
Yeah, very good. It's great to have goals. It's great to have goals. And you guys are going to be able to hold us accountable. So definitely comment below and let us know, you know, ask us questions to make sure that we're staying on top of our 2020 goals.
Yes.
So the purpose of this platform is that we want to discuss, you know, topics, things that interest women or men. And so we're just gonna jump into our first topic, since we are all in the beauty industry and we notice things. We want to kind of talk about, you know, stuff that's going on, and actually we want you guys to interact with us. So definitely make sure you comment below and leave your feedback for us, because I'll be really interested to know what you guys think about our first topic, which is DIY versus going to a stylist. Why are we doing it ourselves when professionals went to school for it? All right. So kind of just to jump into the topic, I know my sis is big DIY, okay? So why is it, as a DIYer, that you feel that you want to do it yourself instead of going to a stylist and getting your hair done?
So for me, I had the same hairstylist for 15 years. I lived in different cities. I lived in Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. And my stylist in New York, I made sure I went to see her in New York. But then I moved to Alabama. And couldn't find a stylist, but I did find one. I used her. One day, going to her, she said, well, your hair ain't never gonna grow back around here. So, and that turned me off. And ever since then, I stopped going to a stylist. Like, I just was done at that point. Because it wasn't like I came in contact with my previous stylist. She would tell me what to do, how to, fix the problem, whatever.
Right.
And I just started going, because I lived there for 10 years, I just started doing my own hair. And I met YouTube. And I ended up leaving YouTube University. And I just started learning how to do my own hair. I fell in love with crochet. Crochet is my thing. And I've been doing my own hair since I did this. I do my own hair ever since.
Yeah. I do my hair a lot myself, but I do like going and getting my hair done, because I don't like to wash my hair and or blow dry or comb it. I am natural. I've been natural for 5 years now, and my hair is really thick and it's a lot. And so I do prefer to go to a stylist, but I do wear wigs a lot. So I get it when people say they DIY because, you know, wigs are convenient and it's kind of like the new thing going on right now that everybody wants to be a wigger. But to ask you guys as the professional stylists, why do y'all feel that people are DIYing and not going to the stylist anymore? Or not anymore. They're going to stylists, but maybe
it's not as much
as they used to.
It's shifting. Again, it's been in the industry for so long. We definitely can see the shift of the industry in itself and kind of going, I would say, backwards in a sense from the stylist perspective. As the DIYer, at the end of the day, you know, you go to your stylist to be educated, and you know what I'm saying, it's a lack of education behind the chair. And you know, people trusting you with their hair. You know, the hair is the crown. You know, that's the first thing that you see when women get their hair done. That's what makes them feel beautiful. So going to your stylist and it's like, ain't no hope. You know what I'm saying? Like then it's like, what is the point for you? You know what I'm saying? Like instead of being educated in women losing their hair, you know what I'm saying? Like, and why are women losing their hair? Why are women going to wigs now? And even when it just wigs, weaves in general, because a lot of it is more, it's easier, you know, with the busy lifestyle of a woman, getting up, getting kids, working, husband, cooking. I mean, the list goes on. Yeah. So when you do have weave, it's more of a convenience, and you don't have to spend that extra time with doing your hair. But it's also what me and Kelsey was talking about, creating balance and the protective styles that, you know, we say protective, but anything that you do too much of can, you know, it's not protecting at the end of the day, because the tension on your hair with the braids or the glue, we have different health issues, medical issues, hereditary issues, that as we get older, our hair changes, our everything shifts. You know, it's not how, we ain't got the, back in the day, high school rap no more. In high school, our rap used to be big, flowing, you know, but again, just with different, you know, different things, eating, you know, stress alone, stress by itself alone, you know, will do it. So I think, again, to go back to people going back to the DIY would be more so, again, it's so many different elements, and if your stylist is not educated, you're paying them, you're trusting them with your hair, and then to go and be like, yeah, ain't no hope, so let's just slap this on there. It's like, what do I have you for then? It's pointless because I'm paying you. You know,
you hit the nail on the head, lack of education. You get out of hair school, you're working on a mannequin with one texture. Like, you know, we had a very heavily ethnic hair school that we went to. So we perm rolled our mannequin's hair and we pressed those things out, which gave me that confidence, number one. And number two, the knowledge of how, and not to be afraid of different textures of hair. A lot of, you know, back in the day programming, you were not accepted for having your natural hair. So my mom taught me straighten your hair. Like, I bought a new car. She's like, you gonna straighten your hair? I'm like, why? She's like, cause they're gonna take your picture. You know, but she's so programmed, like you better have it straight to look professional, to be accepted. And I had to really, 37 years old, I'm 39 now, but at 37 years old, I really learned what my texture really was. I was relaxing it, flat iron it, just.
I wonder now with girls going to their more natural textures, is the issue that stylists don't want to mess with.
They don't know how to.
They don't know how to. And that could have been, that was me at the end of the day. Like, you know, thinking that was because I was coming from the standpoint as in like, I ain't got to buy all these products, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's like there is no one part product for a particular person. You can find something that's an overall, like, this is the best thing that I found. And it becomes expensive for everybody. You know, the stylist, the client that wants to go natural. And so, you know, at the beginning of that, you know, I never strayed nobody away from going natural. And I still did natural styles, but it was like for me to be put in a box, because again, from where we come from, you do everything. Like it ain't no, like, oh, you gotta do one thing. It's either you cut, you either color. Like now we did like everything, like everybody, like trained on everybody. So now that's another shift that we see that is happening. Is like now you got to be more specific what you do, and then that becomes hard. Like, okay, we got to narrow it down because we know how to do everything.
Yeah.
So again, like when they're wanting to go natural, I'm like, well, if it's money, then it's just as expensive, if not more expensive, than just getting a relaxer.
I say charge me for it.
You
know what I'm saying? I would rather
Yeah.
be charged whatever I need to be charged and to have my hair done the way I want it done.
Yeah, but that comes in the education part. You know, me getting educated about the products and about the texture.
When you come out of hair school, it's like having your associate. You got a license. You know the basics. You know how to spread germs. You know how to. It's really focused on the health.
But is there continued education or is that
yes, you have to invest in yourself.
Okay.
So if you're not working at a salon that brings master stylists or expert in different
But is it
areas,
required for your license?
No.
Yeah,
continue
we
education?
require continued education, but it could
But
be
not specifically.
It could be online and it's not to spread AIDS and hepatitis.
It's not nothing you gotta do with
focus
hair.
on that. Nothing.
It's just like the test, like hair school is just to pass the test.
What you do more is what you can master it. So it's just practice. If you're out of practice, you never touch natural hair. You never really done color math to learn color formalization. No matter what line you use, then you're just people up there left and right.
Why the DIYers like myself?
Because they rather mess themselves up at home if I can do that.
But it's also a cost thing because it's kind of like you watch these videos and these girls make it look so pretty when they do their hair, and when you get home and you do your hair, you're just like.
Let me say this. I'm gonna say this as I do go to the school of YouTube myself. My stuff don't be turning out how they be doing it. First of all, half of them be licensed stylists. Let's start there. Okay, licensed makeup artists, all that. They don't tell you that practice makes perfect. They don't tell you that you need to sit in your living room. My husband could attest to this. My makeup, when I first started, used to be hit. Like, ooh, where you going, girl? You look like a raccoon. But I literally practiced in my living room. I used to call it photo shoot Sunday because I would put makeup on, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna do a full face, I'm gonna take mad pictures, and then I'm gonna look at like, that's not right. And then I would do it over and over again until I got it to the point where, all right, I got this. I know what I'm doing now. Because I think all of us as women, there's so much out there for us to kind of play with and dib and dab and stuff like that. And I want everybody to look like their best selves.
Yeah. Cool.
So
DIYers also affect our business, right? Because we're the beauty supply business, and then the beauty supply business, when they see those videos, and they can't find that same exact hair that matches the video, oh my God, it's like the world's about to end. Like, it's the same.
She said use this. I'm telling you, like, it's the same thing. It probably was made in the same factory.
But what do you think is the fix to that? Like, how do you bring the DIY back into
educating the stylists that are out there right now? A lot of my clients that have moved away, man, Christmas, the holiday season, I love it, but I hate it. It's so intense and so busy, and my clients are coming from out of town that I haven't got my hair done all year. I've been waiting for you, you feel honored, but then you're like already packed with your regulars. So I want to extend that education so I can be like, I'm booked, but so-and-so and so-and-so, I've trained them, and sorry, but no. I'm booked. So that's the only way I can do that comfortably is to educate. So I want to take that education team out. And not even just put that on us only being the only educators. We know a lot of people that are talented and can also educate in different
I did notice here in Orlando, just to be a little bit more regional, that they don't have a lot of beauty schools. Like I know that there is Aveda and there's a couple, but it's not as many. There's not as many as I would expect as a city that's growing so big. Right.
Yeah, it's true.
I would say that what I've seen is that there's not, and if there is, I'm not trying to say anything bad, but they're predominantly owned by Asians or Asians, yes. And I'm always like, well, where I go get my hair done? So it's kind of like, how do you get the word out that there are other places to go to learn, right?
Yeah.
How to do hair that's our type.
Because unfortunately, again, they're going back to education with the hair school. They're basically focused on their specific. You have Caucasian, and then mostly Caucasian go there. Asian, it's like everybody's sticking with their own thing. So then when somebody comes in and then they don't see their color, they just automatically assume that you don't know how to do my hair. But again, where we come from, it's like, well, hair is hair. Like, what that mean?
I would say in Florida, it was very segregated. Like, I had to, being Hispanic, growing up Hispanic and Black, I had to find my little comfort zone. Yeah. And I worked, when I worked at a Hispanic salon, everybody's like, what they saying about me? I'm like, they talking about lunch, when I'm at a, Caucasian salon, they're like, they offer her a drink, they offer me nothing. They just look at me like, you're here for Liz, right? They just automatically knew it. You have texture, you're here for Liz, because nobody else can touch your hair. So it was just uncomfortable. I'm like, why don't you greet them first? And,
or you still you do black hair.
That's what I'm saying. They would see ethnic person, they would automatically know it's my client, because it was a Caucasian salon.
Right.
So,
but I'm talking about as in if you went into a black setting.
I worked in a black salon too.
No, that's what I'm saying.
My Caucasian clients will hold their purses tight. I'm just like, it's safe here. So it's like, let's get a private studio, because we are all are welcome. And that's what we want to break.
But I know
break that segregation of the hair. Even I'm a barber.
I come to get their hair cut.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And when they get talked about with women, they say that you didn't say this man.
I hear that.
And we teach how to utilize your book where you're not sitting down not making, because time is money.
Time is
you
money.
You have to use your time wisely.
Definitely.
But you have to eat too. Because it could be a workaholicism that I'm recovering. I'm recovering
We go on and on about this subject at the end of the day. When it comes to why people don't go to the salons anymore, why are we DIYing the unprofessionalism behind the chair now? It's the customer service. Again, this topic can go on and on. Definitely, this is just our little icebreaker in the beginning of, our little intro, and we're going to be talking about so many different things. But we want to hear y'all feedback.
We want to hear y'all feedback.
Questions.
So like, follow, subscribe, and comment below.
And hit the notification bell.
Hit the bell. We want to thank you guys for coming out, and we promise you that next show we will have a name.
Yes.
Thank you.